Hello and welcome. Today we're talking about something it's a really personal journey for a lot of us. It's about moving on from the pain of the past. If you've ever felt stuck, just replaying hurt over and over again in your mind, we're going to walk through a path that leads to healing, a path to finding some real freedom. So let's get started. Right away, I want to start with this simple, timeless piece of wisdom. Because when you're right in the middle of the pain, it can feel so permanent, right? Like it's never, ever gonna end. But the truth is, it will pass. Time really can heal. But as we're about to see, it usually needs a little help from us. It requires a conscious choice. So here's a really powerful way to think about this. Imagine that emotional hurt isn't just something invisible. Imagine it's a real physical wound, like a cut on your arm that just refuses to get better. Why does it stay so fresh? Why does it keep hurting? Well, that brings us right to the heart of the issue. Look at this cycle. This is so important because it shows us the role we can sometimes play in our own suffering. When we constantly go back to those old hurts, rehearsing the pain in our minds, it is exactly like picking at a scab. We are literally stopping the natural healing process. We keep ripping that scab off, and so the wound stays raw and the pain stays fresh. And when we do that over and over, we get trapped. And believe me, this isn't just a metaphor. It has real, tangible effects in our lives. Holding on to that hurt doesn't just mess with our memories. It affects our bodies, our minds, and our future. And what does that cost really look like? Well, take a look. That mental act of reliving trauma, it's not just in your head. Oh no, it shows up physically. It's the stress that makes your shoulders ache. It's the sleepless nights where your mind just races and won't shut off. It can even turn into real physical aches and pains. The bottom line is, the price we pay for holding on is incredibly high. And this really lays out the choice we all have. On one side, you can stay in that cycle of reliving the pain. And what happens? You stay stuck right where you are. No growth, just rehearsing the hurt. But on the other side, there's the chance to actually create your future, to move into a new space, get new momentum, and experience a totally new life. So the big question is, how do we get there? Well, it all starts with one single, powerful decision, the choice to let go. And listen, this isn't easy. It's not a passive thing where you just wait for it to happen. It's an active choice to say, enough. I'm stopping this cycle and I'm starting to move forward. So here are 3 clear, practical steps to make that choice real. First, you've got to stop rehearsing it. That means you have to consciously break the habit of replaying that painful event in your head. Second, stop nursing it. Stop feeding it your energy, your attention, your focus. And finally, you learn to disperse it, to actively release it and let it go. For good. This is just so powerful because it points to a simple truth. What we focus on is what grows. If all our energy and all our attention is on what happened yesterday, we have absolutely nothing left to build a new tomorrow. If you want a different future, you have to make that choice to release your grip on the past. I really want you to let this sink in. Seriously. What happened to you, the pain you went through, that is your history. It's part of your story. But it does not have to be your destiny. You are not defined by what's behind you. You don't have to be a prisoner to it. Now, this next idea might sound a little backward at first, but it is one of the most powerful tools we have, surrender. And I'm not talking about giving up or being weak, not at all. In this context, to surrender is the ultimate act of strength. It's admitting you can't carry this burden alone and choosing to trust in a higher power. So what does surrender actually mean? Well, it means letting go of our need to control everything. It's releasing that white-knuckle grip and just saying, God, I'm putting my faith in you. I trust your plan for me. I trust that you'll provide, even when I can't see the path forward. And this verse from Proverbs just captures that idea of surrender perfectly. It's about trading our own limited understanding for a deep trust that God will direct our paths, that He will lead us toward healing and a new beginning. And you don't need some big, elaborate speech. The journey can start with the simplest, most honest prayer you can imagine. Just, help me, God. The Bible says He is a very present help in a time of trouble, and just reaching out is the first step. And when you make that choice, when you surrender and you really begin the process of letting go, something incredible starts to happen. You begin to step out of that prison of the past, and you step into a future that is unwritten, a future that is full of hope and potential. So what does this freedom actually feel like? It's freedom from that heavy weight you've been carrying on your shoulders for so long. It's liberation from old hurts. And when you let go, it's like a new space opens up in your life, giving you the momentum to step into something brand new, a destiny that is finally free from your history. This beautiful phrase really encourages that final act of release. It's an invitation. Whatever that weight is for you, it's time to cast it off, to let it go, to turn loose of it for good. So, I'll leave you with this one question. After everything we've talked about today, what is the weight, what is the hurt that you are ready to let go of starting right now? The choice, my friend, is yours, and so is the freedom that's waiting on the other side. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you were inspired by this message, we'd love it if you'd like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Be Thankful. And please, feel free to share this with anyone you think might need to hear it. Thank you, and God bless.